Hello, everyone. I hope you're making the most of your study week. As you can see, here we are back on campus, the teachers and administrators, anyway. So, the last screencast that you looked at was about case studies, and it was all about how to apply the steps of the analysis to your case study. So what I want to talk about today is how to write, how to structure, or how to format your case study. So I've chosen the same topic, Eva's Cafe, and in this one I'm going to look at ethical crisis management. Now, in your midterm exam, you had two case studies. One of them was Kotter's change management, and you had to apply the steps of change management to the case study. And what we noticed was some people were writing their analysis in an essay style rather than a report style. So look at this. Here we have Eva's Cafe, ethical crisis management. So we're looking for candor and honesty, explaining the problem. There's so much. So I'm sure everything's in there, but it's going to be so hard to read. And a lot of people, there's a paragraph break here, but some people didn't even put not even one paragraph break. It was just, you were thinking and writing at the same time and without stopping to think, and it was quite difficult to mark. So the first thing that the marker is going to do, this is the same case study. I've copied and pasted it, and this time I've gone through and I have highlighted the keywords you can see here that the marker will be looking for. So you've already made it difficult for the marker by making the marker hunt through your essay style writing to look for the key points. Now the whole point of a report is to make it quick and easy for the reader to read. So think back to the reports that you have written, your SWOT report and your business report, and the way that you used subheadings. So here are the subheadings. Candor and honesty. Say what you have to say about candor and honesty. Explain the problem. Say what you have to say about explain the problem, and so on. Contrition and regret, change and restitution. I haven't filled these in, but let's have a look at what I have done. So when we're talking about ethical crisis management, you're going to have to identify the steps, and you're going to have to explain what it means and say what the company in question should have done. And then you need to compare that to what the company actually did do. And did they do what they should have done, or did they not do what they should have done? And give examples to support your analysis of their behavior. Were they managing the crisis ethically or not? So here we have candor and honesty. The first one. Underneath it briefly says what candor and honesty is. And it says what Eva's Cafe should have done. And then before moving on to the next one, there are some examples of what Eva's Cafe did do. And these were not under the heading of candor and honesty. They weren't candid and they weren't honest. So here are some examples of how Eva's was not candid nor honest. And likewise for explain the problem. We've got the problem. This means that not only do you inform the public of what is happening, but you also tell them what you're going to do. And you say what EVAs should have done. They should have got the CEO out there, they should have given regular press conferences, etc. And once you've done that, you can now explain what EVAs did do. And with your headings, your use of subheadings, you're doing two things. The first thing is you're making it easy for the reader to read. And the second thing, and probably the more important thing, is you are helping yourself to clarify your ideas in your mind. You can organize your ideas a lot more clearly if you write this way rather than in the great big long essay way. We had noticed that some people who wrote in big, long essay forms when they were discussing change management left things out, because it's not so easy when you're reviewing to see what you've said and what you haven't said. Whereas if you are using subheadings, it's very clear to see, oh, didn't do contrition and regret, oh, didn't do change, oh, didn't do restitution. So then you can do it. There's just one last thing I want to show you. Here it is again. I've copied and pasted the same thing again, but I have highlighted some parts of it. What information, what kind of information have I highlighted? I have highlighted the actions from the case study that Eva's Cafe did do. I didn't put many in because I was doing it from memory, but you will have all the information from the case study in front of you. Your job is not to give a detailed step-by-step account of what happened. Your job is to pull out the relevant steps that EVAs took, the relevant things that EVAs took, so that you can explain this was not candid and honest, this was not explaining the problem, this is what they did. So even though I don't have much here, you might have a little bit more, you're not going to have much more. Read the question. Are you asked for examples? How many examples are you asked for? Give them. Okay, that's all I want to say about the case study. Good luck in your exams on Friday and next week. If you have any questions about the Foundation Research and Writing exam, you can leave questions in the comments, or you can email your tutors directly. So good luck on Friday.